Hi, Mr. X with glossary term Cartesian coordinates. There are an infinite number of ordered pairs in the xy plane. An infinite number, and that's not so hard to envision because this goes to infinity that way, this goes to infinity that way, this goes to negative infinity, and likewise this guy goes way out to negative infinity. So of course it makes sense that there would be an infinite number of ordered pairs in the xy plane. What you need to see, though, is that there are an infinite number of ordered pairs between any two ordered pairs. In other words, we could pick a point and another point real close to it, and in between those 2 points, on the little line segment connecting them, are an infinite number of points. Between here and here are an infinite number of points. Now, if that's obvious to you, if you've already learned that lesson, then don't spend the next 5 or 6 minutes with us, however long this is going to take. But you need to get that. If you're going to understand the language of math, you have to understand that between any 2 points are an infinite number of points. Do you know that already? Well, then good. Thanks for dropping by. If you don't know that, though, stick around for a couple of minutes. We're going to try to illuminate it. So we're going to take this magnifying glass. It may not look exactly like a magnifying glass, but we're going to zoom in on it. Like the computer applications where you click a plus sign on your map. We zoom in. That's what we're going to do. We're going to zoom in on these 2 points right here, okay? x1, y1 down here has these coordinates. 8.6602 is our x1 value. 5.1248 is our y1 value. So this is 0.1. Point 2 is this point right here with coordinates of 8.6606 and 5.1249. We can calculate slope, the rise, divided by the run. So far, so good. Slope of 1/4. Now what we're going to do with all this mess is we're going to pick another point really close to this P1. Here's our P1 value, and we're going to keep that. But now we're going to pick another point really close to it, like right there. So we're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to keep this point here, P1. We're going to keep this guy and pick another point really close to it that's up this line segment and a slope of 1/4. Okay, our new green point coordinates are 8.660208. That's our x value here. And our y value is 5.1248002. We're going to call that our y3 value. There's not a lot of distance between these 2 points. They're pretty close. But the slope of the line between them is still 1/4. Slope is still 1/4 because the rise is between here and here. We've added 2 thousandths. And the run, we've added 8 thousandths. Let's get our magnifying glass in here again. Question is, how many points are in between these 2 points? We still maintain a slope of 1/4 here. And my question to you would be, how many points on this little line segment between these 2 points would there be? How many points would there be, say, between this point and this point? Well, as it turns out, between those 2 points, we could blow it up with our zoom and then pick 2 more points. And then we could blow that up and pick 2 more points. So between any 2 points, we can just keep zooming in and zooming in and zooming in as many times as we want, provided we have enough decimal places. At some point, we might get a pair of numbers look like this. Now, how many points are between this one and this one? There are an infinite number of points between any 2 points. Enjoy hundreds of lessons in the language of math at MrXmath.com.